Hey, welcome to Coco's Corner. I'm the huge one, Dave Koco from KocoSports.com or KocoSports.net. It takes you to the same place, KocoSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. This is our weekly main event review. Please, down in the comments, put win, loss, or tie, what you thought of the show. Me personally, I'm just gonna give it a weak win. There was nothing too amazing, but there was nothing bad. And I'm just gonna give it a weak win. People always ask me when we do these B and C show reviews, is it worth watching? It's completely skippable, but it's also like if you have an hour to waste and you like wrestling, it's worth watching. I wonder. I'm just laughing because I imagine WWE Network putting that quote on their fucking on their product. If you got nothing else to do, it's not bad. You know, if you have an hour, it might be worth watching. Dave Koco from KocoSports. 5-star review. All right, let's break this down. This will probably be short. In main event fashion, WWE's really been doing this lately. It's a lot of matches in 1 hour, so all the matches are pretty short. You start off with, and not only that, but they also have to do a Raw recap in it. I was like, man, just give us wrestling. We don't need to see Raw. But it starts off with a Mizdow promo, and it's one of Miz's better promos, and the Mizdow character is really getting over. And I'm happy for Mizdow that he's getting over. I'm happy that, it's a feel-good story for Mizdow. And Miz is even getting over. Miz cut one of his better promos. It was really short, which led to a tag match versus Los Matadors. And the fans are really behind Mizdow. Like, that's all that I got out of that. He's doing the same things, but just the fans love it more and more and more. It was a very short match. Mizdow and Miz win, and they celebrate. And every time Miz does something, they boo him out of the building. And every time Mizdow does something, they explode. So it was really entertaining. Next, they come to the brand new repackaged Fandango. It's basically now he's more Spanish, and they changed his music, which his music was the most important thing about him. But they basically have a promo where he just makes out. That's it. He's just kissing the girl. That's it. That's the promo. And then it goes to the match. You had Adam Rose at first Fandango. It was kind of entertaining. And for those who did watch the show, does it feel like Adam Rose is a little bit getting better at getting over with the crowd? He's not over at all, I assure you. But it went from, oh my God, crickets to, all right, I guess I'll dance for this guy. Fandango wins with the leg drop. It was a pretty, stupid WWE match, but it was passable. The bunny was there, of course. The cherry blossoms, I don't think that's what he calls them. But his little group of partiers were there, and it just moved along the storyline, same old, same old. Then they had a promo in the back, and it was Natalya and Tyson Kidd. I don't know why I always want to call him Jason Kidd, and I love Tyson Kidd. No disrespect. Natalya and Tyson Kidd and the Divas came up and started talking smack about Natty, and of course Tyson Kidd is the jerk husband who doesn't really take her side. She starts complaining, and they hit her with a pie. That leads up to the match. I'm not a big fan of Total Divas. I never watched it, so that's not fair. It's little green eggs and ham. But I refuse to watch Total Divas. And some of the Diva storylines are really bad. But the one good thing about all this is Tyson Kidd is on a winning streak. And not only is Tyson Kidd on a winning streak, he's in a pretty major storyline. So, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't hate Total Divas as much as I do. And the match is Natty versus Layla. Both of them very beautiful women. A very short match. Nothing to brag about, but nothing that was too sloppy. Natalya wins with a sharpshooter, and then Tyson Kidd starts celebrating more than Natty, and it's like, oh my God, he's such a horrible husband. It's a I don't know. I don't know. I think I like Tyson Kidd enough. I'm such a Tyson Kidd mark that I'm okay with this Natty storyline. It's like, I probably would absolutely hate it if it was anyone else. But Tyson Kidd gets airtime. He's on a winning streak. I don't know. I'm happy for it. And then the main event was Dean Ambrose versus Kane. I was surprised. It seemed long for a main event match. It wasn't long by any standards of pro wrestling, but for main event, they even had a commercial break. I was like, what? There's a commercial break? So it was a pretty long match. It ends with Kane running, like a steam train right into the turnbuckle. Dean Ambrose rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3, and then Dean Ambrose leaves. And it was a pretty decent show, but overall, maybe skippable. But I'm gonna give it a slight win. Please in the comments put win, loss, or tie what you thought of the show. And if I don't get a chance to say it, I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving and, try to be thankful for everything you got. I want to thank Jason Rex. He started a Facebook page and he's been promoting KocoSports in the show, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jason Rex. Much love to the Internet Infantry, and maybe I'll put a Facebook hit to his group in the doobly-doo below. And Forsaken says, Forsaken, I'm usually a whore about advertising stuff. I'm like, go to KocoSports.com. Hey, have you heard about my blog, KocoSports.net? Buy. I never tell you to buy anything. That's a pretty hard salesman. It's a horrible salesperson. But I always tell you about the website. I'm a little whore about that. But Forsaken's like, oh, what? You're on the air? Tell them about fantasy wrestling. This week, we will be doing fantasy wrestling. So we should have, it's a lot of fun. It's just like fantasy football, except, with pro wrestling, and you get points for wins and all that, and it adds a little fun to it. All right. And Jason Rex, I am giving you a shout out, brother. There you go. All right. Well, thank you for the few live comments. We don't get that many on the smaller shows like Main Event, so we really appreciate it. All right. As always, do the YouTube thing. Like, comment, subscribe. And above all, check out our blog at KocoSports.net. If I feel better in a couple hours, maybe I'll do another show. I haven't figured out what that's going to be. I have a couple ideas for shows. Maybe it'll be a Stump the Idiot if we have a bunch of questions. All right. Well, thank you for listening to me live. And thank you for those that haven't listened to me live and will listen to me later. Appreciate it. We got a lot of... Why am I still talking? Channel, subscription, please. Be a part of our community. Blog. It's getting better. Go over there now. Be a part of the community. Main Event overall was a win. And with that, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.